actually going to start your tour up on the sky deck, deck 15, one floor above us. But I just wanted to show you where we were on the ship. We were at the front of the ship, and let's get the tour started up at the Serenity deck. Okay, so the Serenity deck is for guests 21 and over. If you see any children younger than that back here, they do not belong, and they'll probably be asked to leave by a member of the Carnival staff. As you walk back here, you see a number of clamshells, which are great for shade and taking a little siesta in the middle of the afternoon. Over to the right here, we have a hot tub, which a couple people are enjoying. And then we are in the port of Amber Cove today, as I'm walking past some sun loungers, and on my left is the Serenity bar. You can obviously get an adult beverage of your choice. And we are at the very front of the ship now. You can see some of that beautiful water of Amber Cove off in the distance here. And as we walk around to the other side, we're going to see that second hot tub, yet some more loungers, some more clamshells, some chairs and such to relax. The sun is starting to come out. It's been raining all day, but since the rain stopped, I said, let's try to do this tour after all. So here we are. All right, now as you leave the Serenity area, you see a stairway up here, and that stairway is to the water slides you see directly in front of us. And that big orange one there, you come out, and where it becomes a lot wider and larger, that's a little tube area where you kind of spin around before finally coming out at the bottom. And then a more traditional water slide there, the blue and yellow one. So that is it for deck 15, the sky deck. And now we are going to go down to deck 14. Okay, so on deck 14, you would go through that door there, but I'm going to tell you that it's mostly a spa area with rooms for spa treatments like massages or, hair or whatever the case may be. So we're gonna not spend any time in there. We're gonna go down to deck 12 now. There is no deck 13, and we're gonna check out the fitness area. All right, so we are still at the forward of the ship on deck 12, and immediately in front of me, that is the entrance to the spa and fitness areas. Now there is a men's and women's locker room area here that has plenty of locker space for you. There's also a separate workout area for spin classes or stretching right here immediately in front of the fitness area. Let's go into this fitness area. It's a very nice sized fitness area with plenty of cardio machines. See a few elliptical machines here in front of us. Some Nautilus machines. Plenty of treadmills. Yet even more elliptical machines over here on my right. More Nautilus machines on my left. And we are going to come up on some strength training, dumbbells primarily, over here on the left. And again, more treadmills. We have the upright bikes and the recumbent bikes along with that. That's pretty much it for the fitness area. Let's take you back out of here. So as you exit the fitness area, there's actually this little stairway or elevator up to the Cloud9 spa, and that's where you have the thermal suites. That's where you have the saunas, the steam rooms, and the large whirlpool that is an extra fee if you choose to take advantage of it. But the check-in desk is right here, and this is where you would come to check in for that. Could you tell me all the, like I know there's a whirlpool, You have the thermal suites, the reclining heated chairs, steam room, sauna.
We have here all the thermal suite. We have therapy pool with salt marine water. We have the heated lounges that were made for chiropractors to relieve the muscle tension. We have the aroma steam room to release all the breathing system, the Riento steam to really detoxify the body. For the blood circulation, you have the aquarium room.
Okay. Okay, and then over here we have the relaxation area. Nice water feature, nice place to relax. We have some complimentary flavored waters here. They usually have some tea or something as well. So this is, again, deck 14. We came up here just to check this out really quick. All right, so we're coming back out of the fitness and spa area, back on deck 12. And let's go take a look at the ship map to see where we're going to go next. Okay, so you see that is where we are right there, where that red line is. Just came out of the fitness and spa area, and we're going to be walking past and overlooking the Lido deck until we get back to the jogging track and sports square next. So let's go take a look at that. If you want to get some laps in, it's a decent sized track. And one of the things about the older ship, sometimes the layout is a little bit better when it comes to things like this. For example, the XL class has one little lane. See, I have a nice wide lane here for walkers to stay on one side and joggers the other. Directly above us is the ropes course area. And if you want to access the ropes course, you would go up this staircase right here. And obviously, this is where you're also going to play your miniature golf. You have some pool there, some ping pong, a variety of games to have fun with. So let's continue toward the back here. Now, I won't walk you to the other side because you can kind of see through what's on the other side. And from here, we will go down to deck 11 and check out what's on deck 11 once we get through the sports square here. Again, off to my right, and is the port of Amber Cove. You can see it's been wet and overcast all day. Gentleman here cleaning off the sport court, trying to keep it dry for everybody. You have some outside fitness equipment here for you ambitious souls. I have not been an ambitious soul today. I have not worked out beyond walking around giving you this ship tour. All right, so now we're going to go down to deck 11. Deck 11 is overlooking the back of the ship, which is the Tides pool area. And as you see there are a couple hot tubs as well. Now we're going to go into deck 11 and we're going to check out Cucina. Now, Cucina is open for lunch and dinner. And this would be the entry point for Cucina. Let's go check it out. Right now they're serving lunch, and this would be the point where you check in. Dinner is an $18 charge per person, but you can come in here for lunch. There's more seating on the opposite side over there, but that's enough to give you the idea and where to come. Free lunch, pastas, but the dinner charge to come here is $18 per person, and it is a extensive menu with a lot of great Italian choices. We are walking forward now toward the front of the ship, well actually toward the midship area. This is another smoking area over here. Once again, we're overlooking the midship, the Lido deck area, the main pool, and we are going to go into the midship elevator area where you can also get to Camp Ocean. You have ages 6 to 8, that is your stingrays. Ages 9 to 11 is the sharks, and they would check in here. And then for your younger kiddos, the penguins, ages 2 to 5, that's where they offer babysitting services and fun games and things for the kids to play. We obviously can't take you into where the kids are now for privacy reasons, but that is where you would check in there. Okay, now the opposite side of deck 11, there is mostly just staterooms and the atrium area, so I'm not going to take you over there. What we are going to do is we're going to walk back to the back of the ship area again, and we're going to start on the Lido deck, deck 10, and the tide pool area, so let's do that now. Okay, so we're headed down to the Lido deck, deck 10. So we are at the very back of the ship. And on my left here is a hot tub. You have your tides pool, another hot tub. Let's come around to this side. Over here is your Tides bar. And we have the Pizzeria del Capitano for all the pizza you can eat, which is open most hours of the day up until about 2 or 3 a.m. for an added cost. Everything here is an added cost. We have your seafood shack. Right? This is where you'd come to buy your seafood. You see they're closed now, but I'll let you take a peek at the menu really quick. And those are some of the current prices for seafood here on the Carnival Magic. All right, now let's head into the Lido marketplace. Now back here is where you'll find your deli and you'll find your buffet, along with the Mongolian walk and desserts and cakes and things like that. So check that out. So right here is the deli that I spoke of. And here you can get a variety of hot and cold sandwiches. That's the menu there. On the opposite side here, we have the sweet spot. And as you can see, there are a variety of delicious looking desserts to choose from, along with fruit on the opposite side over there. And so let's continue on. Now here is your buffet. Looks like they have turkey. And there are some of the other offerings. Oh, you're fine. Thank you. We have a salad bar here. All right. All right, so right there, that is the Mongolian walk. On our left here, we have the iconic Guy's Burgers. It looks like they're closed for the moment, but getting ready to open. And over here, we have the toppings bar. We got chili, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, all kinds of good stuff there. We have our main pool here with a couple gazebos. And just the opposite side of the Guy's Burgers is Blue Iguana Cantina. And that is where you're going to get your tacos and burritos. So on this side, you have your choice of tacos. Today it's chicken, fish, and pork. And on this side, you can get your burritos. Now in the mornings, you have your choice of some breakfast options as well. Huevos rancheros. Now here's all the toppings, your different salsas, cheese, tomato, lettuce, and hot sauces. As we continue on my left just ahead is the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. Now over on my right is the Red Frog Rum Bar. And in the middle there, you see we have the towel hut. So if you need a dry towel, you can exchange your wet towel for a dry one there. And here is the Red Frog Rum Bar that I spoke of. All right, so let's continue toward the forward of the ship. And let's take another look at the ship map here. We are here, and we saw the Red Frog Rum Bar, Blue Iguana Tequila Bar, the main pool. We went through the Lido Marketplace, the Mongolian Walk I showed you. The back we have the Tides Pool Bar, the pizzeria, all of that good stuff. Now, if you look, decks 9, 8, 7, and 6 are all staterooms. So what we're going to go down is we're going to go down to the top of the Showtime Theater, and we're going to check out the Lanai and the Showtime Theaters, and we'll go through all of these areas on deck 5. That's our next stop. All right, so how about we take one of the glass elevators down to deck 5 and see how that looks going down. Alright, so that's deck 3 below us there. We are on deck 5, the Promenade deck. And let's go to the forward of deck 5, and that's where we'll see the theater. Okay, now the theater spans decks 5, 4, and 3. So this is the top of the theater. As you can see, it is empty now. But let's take you down. I'm actually walking you down technically to deck 4. I'll give you a better vantage point. So now that the main theater there, where the stage is, that is deck 3. And that right there is deck 4. All right, you see, very pretty theater. And let's continue the tour. Okay, so there are a number of shops on deck 5, and we'll do a quick loop around here. We have some jewelry shops. Some perfume and cologne. Let's take you over to the other side here, where we have the cherry on top where you can get a lot of sweet treats, candy. You can even buy flowers and champagne for the room, some stuffed animals, some souvenirs, a lot of candy. And then on the other side, we have a lot of beachwear, souvenirs. If we continue all the way to the back, we're passing this more of the souvenir type items that you can purchase. And in the very back here, we have your duty-free liquor shop. And there you see some of the cups and other souvenirs that you can purchase. And this last spot is where you would get the duty-free liquor. All right, and cigarettes and things like that. All right, so we, again, are at the forward of the ship. We're more midship area right now. And now we're going to move through the casino, which is closed currently because we're in port. For those of you coming on your first cruise, the casino is never open when we're in port, only when we're at sea. We have to be in international waters for the casino to be open. You can see some of the table games. There is the craps table. They have Let It Ride poker, 3-card poker, roulette. They have a couple roulette tables, several blackjack tables. And you see the casino spans both sides. And here on my right is the casino bar. Very large bar here, can accommodate quite a few people. You can check out a lot of sporting events there as well. The Magic Hat Casino. Now on my right here is your Pixels photo gallery area, so you can check these little computers here for any pictures that you may have purchased. Right now it looks like there's some movie trivia going on. This is Ocean Plaza. And you got some stranger right here. That's part of the tour. She comes with the ship. Now over here at midship here is the Plaza Cafe. I'm always calling it Java Blue Cafe, but it's just called the Plaza Cafe on Carnival Magic. And let's continue on to the other side over here, because directly to my left is one of my favorite places, and that is the Alchemy Bar. Hey, doing a ship tour. All right, thanks. So now we are walking into the Red Frog Pub, and you see this is actually the back of the Red Frog Pub. We have some shuffleboard here, and here is the main bar in the Red Frog Pub. All right, now we walked through back to the other side. This area right here is where you're gonna get your sushi. See a gentleman back there making some sushi right now. They're not open, but he's preparing some sushi for tonight. So we're continuing back toward the aft part of the ship, or the back of the ship. Directly in front of me, we have the piano bar. So let's walk through the piano bar here. A lot of people, a lot of you may enjoy the piano bar. This is where you're gonna come if you enjoy the piano bar. And you see there's plenty of seats around the piano itself and plenty of additional seating around the piano outside of it. So step back outside the piano bar. Now what I passed over here was the nightclub. So let's walk back there and take a peek inside. They're setting up for an art gallery. Oh, it's locked. Well, I can give you a little bit of a peek in there, but that is the where they have the nightclub, and they have the art gallery they're setting up for, and that's why the door is locked. So hope you don't mind missing out on the nightclub. Maybe over to my right. Normally the steakhouse on most ships is on an upper level, but on the Carnival Magic, it is on the 5th floor, and it's near the Limelight Lounge. And let's take a look in here. Here we have the steakhouse bar area. Hi. And we enjoyed a meal here just the other night. And that is our steakhouse bar. All right, now the Spotlight Lounge at the back of the ship. They have a training going on here, so I'm not going to take you back. But this is where they would normally do the comedy and such. So I won't go in there because I don't want to bother their meeting they have going on, but you get an idea. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to take you outside on the promenade deck because there's a wonderful area to walk around the outer part of the ship. And we'll take a lap around the ship and give you a look at everything that you can see on the outside. So let's go do that now. All right, now for those of you that like to get exercise, one option to walking around the track is walking around this promenade deck area. Now you can't walk all the way around the ship. As you see, there is the bridge up there. So that is the very forward of the ship. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin around and I'm gonna take you on one complete lap with the exception of stopping at the crew only area, of course. And so you can see everything that's available to you on the outside. Some highlights before we take off are going to be 2 hot tubs on each side. And the very back of the ship, of course, is a great lookout point to enjoy just with a drink in your hand or a great picture opportunity. So let's go take a walk right now. Okay, that's about it for your promenade deck. You saw the 4 hot tubs. You saw the outside seating area of the Red Frog Pub. You saw the outside seating area of the Ocean Plaza Cafe. You saw the outside seating area and Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue Station. So we are more toward the front. As you can see the bridge from the other side here. We're more toward the front of the ship now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to deck 4 and see what there is to see on deck 4. Let's go there now. All right, so once again, we are back in the theater. And here you see some of the audio equipment and lighting that they use for the shows. We're on deck 4 and forward of the ship. And let's turn around now and show you from forward to back. You're entering the Pixels Gallery. This is where you'll find a lot of your pictures that they have up for sale. We are overlooking the Atrium lobby. Right there is where they'll have a lot of live music in the evenings. And obviously you see your Atrium bar and you see the glass elevators overlooking the Atrium lobby. And here are some of those Pixel photographs they have taken here. Now, one of the main restaurants is on deck 4 and deck 3 at the midship. And so we are at the Northern Lights restaurant on the upper level. Now you can check in on deck 4 or deck 3. They're using this restaurant, the upper and lower level, primarily for your time diners. So if you pick your time dining, this is probably the restaurant you're going to end up in. They may ask you to check in on deck 4. They may ask you to check in on deck 3. But this is obviously deck 4 of the Atrium lobby. Now, let's walk you around to the hallway area. Over on this side is still more pixels photograph area, so we won't go over there. Let's continue along this side hallway here. And our first stop is going to be the library, where you can escape and maybe play some board games or read a book. There's also some tucked away seating areas out here. But here is that library. There's also a computer in here, a couple computers. See some books available. Usually they have some games. I don't know if that is the case here in this particular library. No, it doesn't. Oh no, here are some games that are available. They have for you. Doesn't look like they have a wide arrangement of games, but a couple games there you might be interested in. They have one roulette table down here, not two. They don't have a craps table either. They do have blackjack and 3-card poker and a number of slot machines, as you can see as well. Additionally, there is another bar that obviously is not open right now. So let's continue walking toward the back of the ship on deck 4. This is Circle C for kids age 12 to 14. Now, the important thing to know about kids age 12 to 17 is they can sign themselves in and out. They don't need a parent to sign them out. And this is Club 02 for kids ages 15 to 17. You see, that's a nice spacious area in there for teens. So teens usually have a great time on cruises because they meet some new friends and gives the parents some freedom as well. This is the Southern Lights dining room. Now for the Sea Day brunch, this is going to be the dining room that you use. Let's take you through here. And again, we are on deck 4. And just like the Northern Lights restaurant, this overlooks deck 3. And there are plenty of window views to enjoy while you're enjoying a meal. If you're lucky enough to get a window seat, then let's just give you a little peek of what you might see. If you were in the port of Amber Cove and eating dinner before we sailed out of port, this would be the view that you might get. All right. Okay, so that is the rest of deck 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk down to deck 3 here and go from back to front. One thing I will say about the restaurants is make sure you check in on your Hub app if you're doing your time dining, because I see a lot of people waiting to get seated for dinner, and there's no reason to do that. Okay, so once again, we are at the back of the ship. We are at the Southern Lights restaurant. Now, this is a galley and there's no through access. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to walk up on to floor 4 and then move all the way to the Atrium lobby. And that's where we'll pick up the rest of this tour. And we're gonna finish once again in the Showtime Theater. Now, as you see, there are staterooms on decks 1 and 2. So once we get to the theater at the front, that's gonna be the end of your tour. So let's get to that tour now. And I'm not going to show you walking through deck 4 again. We'll pick up at midship. Here we go. All right, so there's the staircase that I just came down to get down to deck 3 here. The other side of this wall is the Atrium bar, and there's part of the Atrium right there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can get into the Northern Lights restaurant on deck 3 here, and we're in luck. Okay, so again, this is going to be your anytime dining area, and there are some good views here as well, although as you can see, some of the lifeboats block your view, so it's not quite as good a view as the Southern Lights restaurant, but you do get some good views. And once again, this is the lower level of the Northern Lights restaurant. And this is where most of you anytime diners will be dining. All right, so let's go back out to the Atrium bar lobby. See, we are almost at the end of the tour. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you could put anything in the comments and hit the like button, and especially the subscribe button, that would help our channel out so much. And once again, there's Anita. She's part of the ship. So here is that Atrium bar lobby area. And let's take a look all the way up to the top of the skylight there. And we see one of the elevators coming down, one of those magical glass elevators. And here is your Atrium bar. Once again, you can enjoy some live music here. I very much enjoy the violin trio. And there's an excellent trio of 2 young males and a young female that are fabulous. I spoke with them at length the other day. Plenty of seating off the side here. Now, this is your Carnival Adventures station, and this is where you're gonna book your shore excursions if you haven't already booked them online, or you have a problem with your shore excursion and want to change it. This is the area you would come to. Now, here is the elevator bank. There's those glass elevators that we just saw, and here's your forward elevators, not glass. And over on the other side here is guest services. So if you have anything that would require guest services, this is where you would come to deal with that. And we're coming to the end of your tour, as we are now at the very forward of the ship at the theater once again, except now we are on deck 3. Let's take a peek all the way around from the side of the stage. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this, and you could hit the like and subscribe button, and also if you could add a comment if you like the video, if there's something else you would like to see, or a suggestion that you might have for a future ship tour. I'd appreciate that very much. The more comments, the better. And again, the more likes, the better. And obviously, the more subscribers, the better. So if you could do a trifecta, that would be awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous cruise on Carnival Magic. This is Coach. Take care.
Do such an awesome job.
Oh, sure.
And secondly, and this one is huge, like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you know when this man is posting more videos.
I appreciate that you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lee.
I just can't get away from a good time.